and I already...
It's not Scott though, right?
Well, no, but I already texted Lauren and she said we're not expecting anyone today, but
I
he's just sitting
can't
there
tell.
and he just showed up. He hasn't like knocked or
Wait a second.
rung the doorbell or anything.
Is that who I think it is?
What,
I can't really tell. If he lifts his head, maybe I can a little bit. That's...
Do you know who that is? I could not believe it at first. But let me start at the beginning.
strange. Someone's at the front door. Let me see if I can show you. Someone's at the front door here. They're just kind of like chilling right there. Best bet, go around back. You just never know. I don't know who that is. I wasn't expecting anyone. I was feeling good, and now I've got nerves.
You see, working at Spellbound has historically been dangerous.
They used a key
Oh
fob.
my gosh. No. No!
He has a key.
Oh my god, no!
What happened to all of this?
Whoa!
Drop it, okay?
You gotta go.
The crazy thing is, we don't live in a bad part of town. We just happened to rent out the wrong unit that had leftover secrets from the last tenant. Some people are literally dying to uncover.
Hey, this is a huge benefit over someone actually breaking in, forcing themselves in. I don't know who this is though. Checking my messages here, I'm not the first person to recognize this. This was a while ago.
Hey, Matt. I literally just saw you drive by, but just so you're aware, there's just a dude at the door.
How long has this guy been here?
Anyone today, but he looks like we should be expecting him. Hey.
Oh hey, how's it going?
I don't want to give you deja vu.
What do you mean deja vu?
There's someone at the door, and I already.
It's not Scott though, right?
I was just sitting
can't
there,
tell.
and he just showed up.
Sam, that's John Doe. That's Jim.
John Doe, or Jim Colt, as we've learned his real name, is an undercover cop who's been helping us through this chaos of owning this building for the past few years. The only snag, up until today, he's been on the run.
This thing's
An
Bag.
empty
Thing's empty.
sourdough pretzel
Bag.
bin.
a tire and everything. What's that?
Is that the journal?
It's a weird play to roll out here and take all the evidence that you're gonna give away.
He
but
wouldn't
leave your
tell
cop car.
us.
Do you think he saw he was being followed, grabbed all the stuff, and left?
It's possible.
Now he shows up at our door?
Can you get the camera?
Yeah, I'm nervous though. I mean, he said he was gonna show up soon, but I.
Yeah,
fucking-
quick,
okay, yeah,
get the camera, get the camera, get the camera.
Should I call Woods over?
Yeah, call Woods, call
Okay.
Woods.
Hey Woods, come on.
Bro, look who it is. Can you see?
John Doe.
That's John Doe.
Here, Matt. If he's okay with us filming.
Oh, get him alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he let us know he was coming. I don't know why. I just didn't anticipate it. Super strange. Okay. Let's grab him. I'm nervous.
I am too. He gave us like no time to prepare.
Okay.
I'm sure you're wondering why I blurred his face when he told me he doesn't care. You don't need to censor my face or voice anymore. I'm done hiding from this mess. Call it a gut instinct, but I need to know more details before I broadcast his face to 500,000 people and get this man killed.
Jim. Come on in. This is Spellbound. I'm sure you're aware.
Welcome.
You okay with being on camera?
Do you want to go by John or Jim?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
Here you go. You know how to put this on?
Do you want anything to drink or eat?
I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
You want to go up to the conference room?
Lead the way.
Okay.
Yeah, follow me.
How was your drive over here?
It was a drive. I do a lot of driving.
I can imagine. Yeah, why don't you take a seat?
Right here.
Yeah. Sam, I guess you could just film. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a bit nervous. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, you can tell. I get that. Sue me. You try living my life.
So why are you here?
Matt, how much can I say today?
I mean, you tell me. It really depends on, how much you trust us, how much you trust them, I suppose.
I don't use that word anymore. Trust. No.
Okay.
As you know, I moved away for a little while.
Can I ask about that?
I don't know how much I'm going to tell you. I guess all you need to know is I had to. There's some things that I could help you with.
Deb's murder?
Yeah.
For those of you that are new here, a friend of ours was murdered recently. We have a list of suspects, but I need more, a lot more, if you and I are gonna solve this and get justice for her.
I need your help, and maybe you need mine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm game.
So, you know, I got really, really close to Deb. One of the things that I promised her was I would protect her.
Jim started getting emotional here, so I tried to ease his pain a little bit.
It wasn't your job to protect her. Right? I mean, she was her own person. Or was it?
She needed protection. She was in so much danger, and she took such a huge, huge risk.
Can you talk about what happened after?
To Deb?
Well, not to Deb. Just I guess the last time we saw you was a while back, and then you totally burned your email. So I wasn't really thinking we were gonna, you know, come in contact with you again.
You went missing.
Yeah, I went missing.
We were supposed to meet. I mean, we got a journal, but the rest was...
Yeah, do you know where the rest of the evidence is that was in the back of your car?
That car was a ticking time bomb. And if there was anything that wasn't going to be found and taken out and destroyed in that car, it had to be well hidden. I don't think we're gonna find it.
So that's how they found him, huh? His car? Someone was tracking it?
Before we go any farther, I'd like to ask you a question about something I found
Yeah.
that has to do with you. We gained access to Deb's apartment where she was murdered. And when we opened up the computer, there's an email from you. And it sounded like you were threatening her. I'm winning, you're losing. There aren't many left, Deb. Soon all that will remain is D3B.
I knew that email was compromised, Matt. I had to burn it. You know, Matt, I don't know what you actually saw, what you guys actually saw, but I can't tell you for sure if that was really for me. But what I can tell you for sure, I cared for Deb. First case I ever had where that happened to me, but it'll certainly be the last.
That explains the email. Someone got a hold of his email and then threatened Deb. When he found out, he deleted the account, but who was hunting him?
Who are you being hunted by?
You want to take a guess at that?
Yeah, we got it. We
Nelson
understand.
Cyphus.
Nelson Cyphus, CEO of Syntech, our victim's sworn enemy. He was the founder of the biotech company that rented out the building before we did. I don't even like saying his name.
I'm not afraid of him anymore. And I hope you aren't either.
Just a little, but I'm game.
We're weary.
Maybe I just haven't seen as much as you.
Let me just tell you this. There isn't anything that's beneath Nelson Cyphus. We could just be gone tomorrow.
I'd rather not be. So I kind of knew you were coming, right? You said so. So I kind of prepared a couple questions for you.
Shoot.
The question is, does Jim think Nelson murdered Deb?
Do you know anything beyond what you sent us? Do you know who murdered Deb?
I know who I think did it. What I need you to help me with is getting further into figuring out exactly who it was. In any crime, there's a usual group of suspects. And of course, that's what we got here. So, what I can tell you is I think I know how she was murdered.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, we had a lot of questions
Yeah.
about that with everything we saw at the crime scene, so that'd be incredibly helpful if you could help.
You mean like how she was splintered?
I learned that there's some kind of a device, called it a lantern.
A lantern? Okay, a lantern.
Yeah, I can't describe it to you, but I know that we talked about this. These lanterns induce a passive mode with these active serum subjects.
Okay.
And they use them with these the power cores. They're one-time use.
Okay.
So that's what killed her?
Well, no, that's a good thing, isn't it? Because that's exactly kind of what the Spire did. It initiated passive mode, and that's how I'm here right now.
Taking active subjects and turning them into passive mode so these people can't be controlled is a good thing. So then how do these lanterns come into play, and how can they possibly hurt people?
The lantern can be retrofitted to disperse a toxic serum. That's what splinters people.
Okay, so I guess the same way that the Spire could be, changed,
Okay.
maybe this lantern can be as well. Kind of
Just-
like dual purpose. I
Yeah,
guess.
or just they modify it, or
Yeah.
like you said, retrofit it. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to wrap my mind around this, because that would mean that
It's like a second weapon.
when we look at all of the documentation of all of these subjects, all throughout everything we found splintering, that's because they're trying to go from active to passive, and they're not successful in essentially engaging passive mode, and then subjects splinter, and they crystallize? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Because we've seen things that say possible splinters.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
So Syntech had a nasty side effect of their experiment that would cause a subject to be splintered, effectively crystallizing their body. And Jim here is saying that the lantern might be the device used to splinter and kill Deb.
So what are we gonna do?
We're gonna work together.
Okay, I'm here. I'm in it. Tell us what your plan is.
Let's see if we can get into another Syntech facility.
Why do we need to find another Syntech location?
If we can get more evidence, find at least one or two more lanterns, I think we can narrow down the list of suspects and figure out how she was murdered.
So what do you need from us?
What I need from you is to try to get me into Deb's office if you can.
Apartment?
Well, I want to go to everywhere that she was at the end, so I can do what I know how to do. I mean, I'm a crime scene investigator, and I might be able to figure out some things, but I have to get in there.
I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't do that. Something doesn't feel right here. And not that I don't trust John Doe, but I had to verify his story for myself before I let him on to any other information. So we did it ourselves.
Oh boy. This never gets easier. I told you in a previous video, you haven't seen in here. There's really nothing in here besides pots and pans, but in case you're curious.
It's so small in here.
Oh gosh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's bright. Well, it's a kitchen.
Yep. Someone must have come through here and cleaned it out. I wonder how much longer this is going to be empty before landlords just come in and just...
Yeah. I hope somehow we have like even a little notice so that, we can make sure that everything we need, we get.
I feel like they want to keep this place and like study it or something.
Yeah, I mean, at least until the murder's solved definitively. Okay, so we're here to validate. I'm sure a lot of people are curious. Something seemed a little off, and I wanted to validate Jim or John Doe's claims by taking a peek at everything in here to see if what he's talking about is legit or not, or if it's just, I don't know. I don't have the whole picture here.
I mean, I think it could be useful to take a deeper look into everything and just see what even Deb was trying to put together.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to touch, but I suppose we have to. What did he say? He said We're looking for anything having to do with the lantern and possibly finding another location that has the lantern. And he
Okay.
says that we can definitively tie to, what, Nelson?
Nelson, yeah. I mean, he said that Nelson was
He thinks
the
Nelson
one
did
behind all of this, but
But we've never even physically seen Nelson.
well, and also the last time we heard about Nelson from John Doe, it was a murder report saying that
He was dead.
he was dead.
Oh yeah, did you forget? There's an official report saying Nelson died. That outline belonged to one Nelson Cephas.
What?
Is he saying
Cephas was killed? Cephas is dead?
Is dead?
There's no way.
How? I thought Cephas was literally the one that's been like ruining our lives for the last few years. Like how?
That's what everyone has been making it seem.
The suspect we're currently investigating, but he supposedly died a while ago, before our victim was murdered.
Things are not aligning.
I guess we just look for anything involving like Syntech locations and lanterns and Nelson.
If you see something, say something.
What's that?
Notice of temporary downsizing.
Oh, that was the letter sent to you.
Yeah, I see that.
So yeah, some of these are documents from like the office under the stairs.
This is a letter that I got over 10 years ago.
Anything, Woods?
Scientists voice data behind Alzheimer drugs. What does that have to do with us? I mean, I know it's like scientific, what conclusions is she drawing from like all of this stuff?
We kept looking for a while. I'll spare you, but then we found something.
Wait a second.
What is that?
Oh. Look at this. Hold up. That looks like a lantern.
Yeah.
Look at this. Deactivate subject 1. If altered, can be used as a weapon.
If altered can be, so kind of like the dispersion.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like what we were talking about when we were talking with John Doe. Maybe she was looking for this to deactivate you?
To deactivate me.
I mean, she knew you were under Nelson's control.
Oh wait, look at this. There's different versions. Look at the different versions. That's fascinating. Rubber seal
Are those different
on, off.
versions, or is that it being used?
No, those are different versions.
Oh.
Like they actually have different cores and stuff.
Wow.
Slats, core, rubber seal, liquid flow through tubes.
This is something that's like already made.
So,
It's
well,
out there. Like there's a prototype of it.
this exists. So he was telling the truth. So let's save this. So the lantern exists. Where?
Yeah.
Where does it exist?
If Jim was telling the truth about the lantern, maybe we can find a couple Syntech locations that might have them. The last thing I want to do, though, is go to another Syntech location, but it's our only lead right now.
I mean, if this can deactivate people with the serum in them, this feels like something worth finding.
So hold on, let's follow Deb's connections here. This one, college letter, that's eerie. Application, fintech. Okay, so I'm like trying to follow all this, and I'm not seeing. I mean, we've seen some of these samples before. Down to here, she has the same cognitive behavioral trial, lost all memory and identity from year blank to blank. Ugh, that's not good. Serious adverse form. I don't think I've seen this yet. This is new. Hold on. Okay, look at this. Serious adverse event form should be completed within 48 hours of a serious adverse event. Adverse event is serious if it results in the following outcomes: death. Contract number, Principal Investigator Nelson Cephas. Principal Investigator. Field Center, location number 7. Did the participant have more than one event during their visit? Yes. If yes, which number? 1. Category serious event, category G, other, specify, unforeseen event during the clinical trial. Unforeseen event during the clinical trial. Of what? Oh, here we go. Describe the event. Let's see. Here we go. The lantern device was functioning as planned for clinical trial, but side effect was produced with the subject in question. A confirmed splintering happened at 10:03 p.m. after the subject had been close in proximity to the lantern for 2 hours minimum. The splintering means that the lantern does have an unforeseen side effect, although not one that is concerning. In fact, it's a promising revelation. This is by Nelson Cephas, so the fact that it's a serious adverse effect and the guy's like, it's promising, even though someone just got splintered.
Now we've confirmed that the lantern can indeed splinter someone if used correctly.
Describe what action was taken. The event was reported to Nelson Cyphus for review. The continued testing of the lantern will resume next week with 3 new subjects from Project Pegasus.
And we also learned that Nelson doesn't care if it does. Jim's story is lining up.
Splintering is what happened to Deb here, right?
And so John Doe's saying that this is possibly the murder weapon. Okay. I'm gonna save these files here. Can we follow this again? It was right here.
Project Pegasus.
What's this?
Injection tests. Site number Pegasus. Location of serious adverse effect Lab 04.
Additional testing sites for multiple sites. Facility name, Syntec Inc. number 7. So we have the address to Syntec Inc. number 7. We have the fact
That's
that
not far.
Lantern was confirmed tested at Syntec location number 7.
That would mean there's a really good chance, that there might still be lanterns at Syntec location 7?
It looks like we're going to location number 7. Location number 7, here we come.
No way.
There's gotta be information here.
I hate that.
I just got an email. Jim Colt, be prepared. Whoa. Deb's true cause of death was due. Jeez, what does that mean, guys?